After the worst start to a Premier League season ever, Sheffield United are rooted to the bottom of the table in the Premier League with just one win all campaign long so far. Chris Wilder has an incredibly tough job ahead of him if the Blades are to avoid relegation, but after a fantastic first season in the top flight, the Brammall Lane faithful still believe it's a possibility. But in this FIFA 21 challenge, we see just how long it will take Sheffield United not to stay in the Premier League, but how many seasons it will take to win it. Up the Blades. Season 1 is all about survival. The board want a last 16 place in the FA Cup and a mid-table finish, but to be honest, 17th will do me fine. It's one of the weakest teams in the division, and last season of course finishing in the top 10, a fantastic first season in the top flight. I'm not sure I'd say they've been found out this season, but there is a lack of real first team quality. Decent youngsters, but we do need to improve this first 11. And we're just 24 million in the budget and not many players we can sell for sizable fees. 4 players on the transfer list. We don't have much money to work with in season 1. This is going to be a real challenge. And with the Blades being the joint lowest scorers in the Premier League, it's no surprise we need a new striker. Ryan Brewster's a good option for the future, but I need someone that can do it now. 2 names on the shortlist, Myron Boadu and Eddie Nketiah of Arsenal. Let's see what the clubs want for both of them. Well, it would have cost me more to bring in Eddie Nketiah, but for Myron Boadu we negotiated a £14 million fee, so that's the boy I've bought in. Myron Boadu signs 5-year, 15 grand a week, already 75 rated, amazing goal to game ratio. He is the answer to our goal scoring problems. Myron Boadu, the first signing of the new era. Moving on, time to sell some players. First man to go, Simon Moore off to Denmark for 620,000. And whilst he might be the club captain and a club legend as well, gotta make this tough decision. Billy Sharp, it's time to move on yourself, son. Off you go. And he got a good choice as well. He could choose between BSC Young Boys, Getafe, and also PSV Eindhoven as well. In the end, he opted to go to Spain and join Getafe. Not bad for a fat lad from Sheffield. We'd always love him. Farewell, Billy. Off you go. 13.5 mil now in the transfer budget then. And I think we need a new centre-half as well. We got our new goal scorer in Boadu, but now I need a new rock-solid centre-back. For Fikayo Tomori, Ben White, or Konsa of Aston Villa. I'll take any of these guys, but I'd really like Ben White. However, it's not him I'll be getting. Agreed a £10.9 million deal with Chelsea for Fikayo Tomori, and he is in on a 5-year, 29 grand a week deal as well. That's a really smart piece of business there for a player with his contract up come the end of the year. Fikayo, welcome. And that's us done for transfers in the window. Like I said, this team needed a bit more first team quality, and we've got it in Boadu and Tomori as well. Only Sharp and Moore going. Again, not really many players here we could sell to raise the cash, but for the team as it is right now, it has gotten slightly better and slightly younger. The question is it good enough to avoid the drop zone? Well, let's simulate to January and see how we're getting on halfway through the season. Come on, you Blades. So January is here, and I've got to be honest, I don't think we're above the bottom 3. Manager rating is poor, 60 at the moment. 3rd round FA Cup ties away at Hillsborough, and in the Premier League... Oh, there we are, 15th place, I'll take it. Yep, I'll have that, that'll do me fine. Liverpool right now leading the way. We're only 2 points clear of the bottom 3. But like I said, even 17th will do me just fine. The only thing that matters is staying in the Premier League. 15th place, I'll take that every day of the week. As for the growth of the players so far, Tomori's gone up by 1, but has already submitted a transfer request. Fikayo, it's been 6 months. Just like my relationships. They want to get out early, don't they? Anyway, Boadu's gone up by 1, but for the first half of the season, 15th place so far. Let's simulate to the end of the season, see how we've done. I'm feeling pretty confident. Come on. Not sure if we've done this. I think we've only won 3 times in the second half of the campaign. Now the tank towards the end of it as well. This is 50-50. And we have done it, yes, get in 16th place, 4 clear of Crystal Palace in 18th. That's a tough first season, only 7 wins all year long, but I'm taking that. That's good enough for me. League's lowest scorers were just 29 all season long. But whilst the board won't be happy with this season, I'm totally fine with it. It's not mid-table, but it's safety. That's all I wanted. And for the FA Cup as well, we got to the semis. Sheffield United knocked out by Man City, but semi-final place, further than the board wanted. Liverpool won the Champions League, Arsenal won the Europa League, and for me, That's a solid first season. Realistically, I think that's probably the best we could hope for. Final 4 of the FA Cup and 16th place. Yeah, I'll take that every day of the week. So in the end, the team didn't really grow that much in the first season. Tomori and Boadu only growing by a rating apiece. But hey, listen, this is a marathon and not a sprint. We're taking it slow and steady. The most important thing was survival, and we've got it. Season 1 in the books. I'm happy with that. Bring on Season 2. Season 2, and it's deja vu. Similar sort of team, exactly the same objectives, around the same amount of money as well. Carbon copy of last year, and I think the same transfer policy as well. Forget about the depth, we need an improvement in the first 11, raw first team quality. I'd say probably a new central midfielder to replace Lundstrom and Norwood, and also another new centre back. Those are the 2 positions to strengthen this year. Quite a few names on the shortlist as well. David McGoldrick, Luke Freeman, Jack Robinson. Can't remove Tomori and Bogle, unfortunately. 2 good talents, but listed by request. And 2 quick sales to start the window off as well. Jack Robinson on his way to FC Lorient for 1.6 million. Also, Ender Stevens going to France. He's off to Lille. And this is a really good sale as well. 30 years old, showing signs of decline for 7.5 mil. That's a really decent transfer bid negotiated there with Lille. I'll take both of those sales and the money coming in. I'm pleased with that. And I've just made my first 2 signings of the window as well, and talk about your bargain buys. Free transfers, Sergio Romero, the Argentine goalkeeper, 34 years old but better than Aaron Ramsdale, and also Lucas Vazquez as well for the bench, also 79 rated, and at 30 years old he'll provide good cover on the bench as well. Those are 2 fantastic pickups on free transfers. And just real briefly as well, thank you so much to EA for allowing better players to be in the free agents pool. It's so much more realistic. But I did say we needed a new centre-back this year, and I didn't get either of them last year and opted for Tomori, but Ben White or Ezri Konsa, I'd take either of them for Season 2. And I've just negotiated a £15 million deal with Dean Smith for Konsa, and that's an absolute bargain for a great young centre-half. Only 23 years old, 76 rated, 5-year, 30 grand a week deal, and he makes our defence look a lot stronger. Now, Ezri Konsa, welcome. And another quick sale, Wes Fotheringham on his way to Nantes for 1.4 mil. Au revoir, Wes. Right, one more signing to make. I did say I want a new CM. 2 great young English talents. Jude Bellingham, formerly the Blues, now at Dortmund or Matty Longstaff, but I want Jude. Valuation bid of 15.5 million accepted, 5-year contract agreed, and Jude Bellingham is our 4th and final signing of the window. 76 rated already at just 18 years old. He's going to be a star in this team. That will do it then. We'll leave about 3 million in the budget to carry over for next season. A few players leaving, 4 new signings in Vazquez, Romero, Konsa and Bellingham, and 2 decent veterans, 2 good young English talents as well, and an improvement in first team quality as well. Let's simulate to January. As the board said, just like last season, mid-table and last 16 is what they want. I feel confident. Come on the Blades. I'm not sure about this, to be honest. So we just got to January now, and I don't think we've won that many games in the Premier League, to be fair. Manager rating's not bad. FA Cup 3rd round tie against Queen's Park Rangers. Watch out for the bull. And, well, okay, never mind, 14th place. Only 4 wins, but 14th. Only 5 clear of Derby, but it's the draws that have done it for us. 8 draws in 21, see us in 14th. Man City leading the way right now. 14th, I'll certainly take that. As for the growth of our new signings, slightly disappointing. Romero's gone down by 1. Konsa's up 1. I don't think Bellingham's grown yet, and Vazquez is still 79 rated. Still, most important thing is survival, as things stand, we're on course to do it. Let's simulate the end of the season. I'm feeling very confident. Yeah, we've definitely done it. We've had some big wins in this second half of the season, including against the Rams there, and there we are, 15th place. I knew we'd be okay, because if we weren't, the simulation would have stopped, and I would have got a manager contract termination email. So once again, survival, 15th place. Wolves went down. They were bottom in January, but only 3 points off safety. That's incredible. They never pulled their way out of it. Man City winning the Premier League in the end, and Nuno's team going to the Championship. Right, Cups then. Arsenal won the League Cup, Chelsea won the FA Cup. We were actually knocked out in the quarter-final, so once again going further than the board wanted. PSG won Europa League this year, interestingly enough, and Bayern Munich beat Real Madrid in the Champions League final. New signings this year disappointing. Romero decreased by 2, as to be expected to be fair. Konsa grew by 2. Bellingham only grew by 1 rating though, an average of 5.9. That's disappointing. And Vazquez went down by 1 as well. To be expected though. Still, what I will say is that other players in this team are growing really nicely. Sander Berge now 80 rated. Jack O'Connell is 82. Aaron Ramsdale is up to 80 as well. And most importantly for the team, as we get a little bit better, we've surely established ourselves now as a mid-table Premier League team at worst. So season 2 in the books, once again, highly successful. Let's move on to season 3. I'm targeting the top 10. Well, the board are a bit like me. They don't like change. Same objectives, third straight season, finish mid-table, last 16 in the FA Cup, and the budget a little bit better, 35 million. Suits me fine. And I don't know where to strengthen this year. I mean, really, you could say anywhere. Possibly a new left back, maybe a new centre mid, maybe a new striker. To be honest, just good value for money deals. That's what I'm looking for this window. Gotta start selling some deadwood as well. Romero already on the list after one season. Same with Vasquez, Norwood, Fleck, Max Lowe, Oliver Burke as well. Tons of names on our transfer list. First bid is for Max Lowe, and it's Lille who want to give us back Ender Stevens. I don't think so, boys. 9 mil, straight cash, thank you, Lille. Yeah, no givesies backsies. You signed him from me last season, don't return him back to me. I don't want a receipt, I'm not interested. Just give me the cash, Max Lowe off to Lille, 9 mil, I'll take it. And whilst Ben Osborne is growing nicely, I will want a new backup left back now. Ait Nouri, once of Wolves, now at Angers. Let's bring him back to the Premier League. And we just agreed a £16 million deal, plus a high sell-on clause as well. But that is a really quick tip for you guys playing career mode this year. If you notice a player has his deal up come the end of the year, always, and I mean always, put in a bid either at valuation or just under it, because 9 times out of 10, the club will accept it as they don't want to lose him on a free transfer. Ait Nouri in £16 million, and that is an absolute steal for the young Frenchman. And I just sold Lucas Vasquez to Brighton for £10.5 million after just one season coming in on a free transfer. That's just smart business. And speaking of free transfers, look at the names that are in the free agents pool for this season as well. Some really decent players, good youngsters, Jesse Lingard as well, and cocky Carl Zelenya from my Cardiff team a couple of years ago. Definitely getting him. Cocky Carl's 30 grand a week, 5-year deal. We loved him for the Bluebirds and now he's at Brammall Lane. Carl's, welcome senor. Just got Reece Williams of Liverpool on a free transfer as well. I don't know why they released him because he shows great potential. Good bargain deal for the squad. And another young man in on a free transfer, Sergio Gomez, 16.5 grand a week, 5-year deal. Exciting prospect, like it. And I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Jesse Lingard, I still believe in you, Jesse. I still believe in you. Let's bring him to Bramwell Lane. Come on. People like to have a go, but there are a lot of clubs that are mid-table, bottom half of the Premier League that will take a punt on Jesse Lingard on a free transfer, including us. 3-year deal. Jesse, welcome to Bramwell Lane. Point to prove, but I think he can do it. And as the freebies continue to get snapped up, Nahuel Bustos on loan at Girona from Man City in real life, being released in the game, 5-year deal. His valuation was 25 mil. I didn't know his overall, but now he's here. It's 79 at just 24 years old. Another absolute bargain buy. Aaron Ramsdale out of contract next season. RB Leipzig, 24 mil. Rejected 2 bids earlier, but I'm going to negotiate this one. If I can get 30 mil out of the Germans, I'll take it, because we won't get much for him next season. Yep, 30 million. That'll give us over £60 million for a new goalkeeper. I'll take it. Didn't need to give this one much consideration though. Just done a bit for John Fleck, 6.5 mil from Getafe. He's off to join Billy Sharp in Spain. Totally fine with me. And there goes Ramsdale for 30 million. Transfer listed by request, so had to cash in. Good fee to be fair. And the clear out continues. Norwood has just gone to Argentina for 2.65 mil. 31 years old now. I'll take that deal. So, £62 million in our budget for a new goalkeeper now. And you know who I want. Dean Henderson, bring him back to Bramwell Lane. A few others on the shortlist. I'm not sure we can get him from the Red Devils because he's now their number 1. But I'll give it a go regardless. Come on, Dean. Come back to where you love, son. No, not going to come off. They're not budging on 76.9 mil, so forget it. Would have loved to have brought him back, but unfortunately, bit out of our price range. But a few more names on the shortlist, including Justin Bilo with a ridiculously good kicking stat. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I've just signed him for £29 million. And when you notice that a player has a deal at come the end of the year, again, never put in a bid over the valuation, because you can normally get him for under that. Justin Bilo in, 5-year deal, 25 grand a week, £29 million was all we had to pay. So there's still money left over. And look at his kicking stat, 92 already. He's going to have 99 kicking by the time he hits full potential, man. That is fantastic. And with 30 mil remaining, let's bring in a new central midfielder. Curtis Jones of Liverpool or Matty Longstaff, who he passed up on last season. Either will do me fine. So I negotiated the exact same fee with Steve Bruce and Jurgen Klopp, £24 million. So my choice for who I wanted, and I ended up going for Curtis Jones of Liverpool, just because we've got some decent defensive midfielders here, but not too good playmakers in our team. So Jones is in, 5-year deal, 32 grand a week. There's still some money remaining, but I'm going to leave that in the budget for next season. Curtis, welcome. Oh, what a window. I'm exhausted. 5 sales and 8 new signings coming in to make our squad thicker. But when you look at this, we only actually spent money on Nuri, Bilo, and also Curtis Jones as well. Every other player was a free transfer. Smart business in this transfer window. We've made the team better, we've made it younger, and we've given it more depth as well. And whilst the board are targeting a mid-table finish and around a 16th place in the FA Cup, due to our success in the Cup, I'm targeting a semi-final place in the FA Cup and a top 10 finish. Being ambitious, but I believe we can do it. Let's simulate through to January and seeing how our new look Sheffield United team are getting on. We're smashing this. We've won like half the games. We've won like half the games. Yep, 10th place right there, 30 points in 21 games. I think we've won like 10 or 11 games. No, 9, but either way, 9 wins in 21 and sat in 10th place. We're well clear of the drop zone, and we're only a few points behind Spurs in 7th place. That is a fantastic first start of the season. I said top 10. I said top 10 as things stand, we're on course for it. We just beaten Villa away from home in the FA Cup 3rd round as well. So again, I'm targeting a semi-final place. And that's for the growth of our team so far. Byler's up by 2. Nuri's up by 1, but barely played, to be fair. The youngster Reece Williams has grown by 2. Curtis Jones, I think, is up by 1. Same with Lenya as well, I believe. Bellingham's growth has been incredibly slow, only up by 1 himself. Lingard's gone down a rating, unfortunately. And also Bustos as well is up by 2 ratings with 9 in 19. What a pickup. Right, let's simulate the end of the season then. I'm targeting that final 4 place in the FA Cup and breaking into the Europa League. Come on. Nah, I don't think we've done this. Had a bit of a shocking month of April. I don't think we've done this. Nope, we finished in 10th place, just like we were in January as well. 10th place then, but I'll certainly take it. That's top 10 like I asked at the start of the season. We were well clear of the drop zone. Leeds in 18th place. We were 24 points clear of them. 10 behind Everton in 9th, and 11 ahead of Newcastle in 11th as well. So locked into 10th, and I'll take it. Harry Kane won the Golden Boot in the Premier League this year. As for the domestic cups, Liverpool picked up a double, winning the EFL Cup and the FA Cup. We reached the final 4 of the FA Cup though, losing to Man City. And as for the Europa League, Arsenal beat Milan in the final, and Inter Milan won the Champions League this time around. What a season on the pitch and for growth as well. Bilo grew 3 ratings this season. Like Nuri went up by 1 and Williams grew by 3 as well. Jude had a great season, 5 goals in 20, growing by 2. Carlos Alenya grew by 2. Jones went up by 1, and I think Lingard remained at 76 overall, so a downgrade for Jesse. But for Nahuel Bustos, 83 rated now, 12 goals for the season. What a pickup. And for the team as a whole, and not just the new signings as well, great growth from the original Blade. Sander Berger is now 84 overall, Ben Osborne is 80, John Egan is 83, Jack O'Connell is 84 rated. This Blades team is progressing like crazy, so another successful season, 10th place in the Premier League, FA Cup semi-final, bring on season 4, and I'm targeting a European place for our next season. We've got the quality, let's go do it. Season 4 and the board are up in the ante as expected. Finish in a Europa League spot, win the FA Cup, and 41 million to play with in the summer transfer window. Challenging but doable. We're actually on the cusp of becoming a 5-star team now, so those objectives are certainly appropriate. I don't know where to strengthen. Probably new right wing back and possibly a new striker as well. I want those good value for money deals once again though. As you'll see, 4 players have their deals that come the end of the year. I can negotiate deals for Egan, Berger and Bulldog, but for Jaden Bogle, he's been on the transfer list by request since season 1, so sadly this is the year we need to cash in on the former Ram. Jaden will definitely leave. And God, I love the amount of players that are available on free transfers now as well. Amadou Haidara, released by Leipzig, 83 rated and in the prime of his career at 25 years old. 36 grand a week, absolute steal. And as for the sales, well, I did mention it, Jaden Bogle's going to have to go. We can keep Tamori and Boadu until next season, where their contracts will expire at the end of next campaign. But for Bogle, we've negotiated a £20 million deal with Sociedad, and he's on his way to Spain. Didn't want to sell him, but my hands were tied. Jaden, he's off to Spain. There's a few more names to sign on free agents as well, including the first one I picked up, Dragowski, the Polish goalkeeper, 25 years old, already 81 rated. Good competition for Bilo, and a better stand-in for Romero as a bench goalkeeper. Oh, my scouts just found Gagliardini available on a free as well. Be rude to say no, really. 29 years old, yes, but still 81 rated with some great technical stats. Signs on a 4-year deal, 35 grand a week. I'm loving these bargain freebies. And the Bogle deal has finally gone through as well. Adios, senor. Didn't want to sell him, but didn't have much choice. Farewell, Jaden. And I can't help myself. I've just signed another player on a free transfer. Patrick Roberts. Of course, we got him a QPR in our PS5 career mode. 5-year deal, 28 grand a week. Be rude to say no, wouldn't it? And if you don't think I'm a shrewd businessman by now, watch this. I'm about to play 4D chess. James and Dest are my targets to replace Bogle. Both really expensive. But Barca are about to sign Reece James. So that means if we simulate a few days, wait for the deal to go officially through after about 3 or 4 days here. There it is, Reece James now a Barcelona player. That means because Dest is lower rated, he won't cost as much as he would have done if he was still the first choice right back at Barca. We'll get him for valuation. Come on, Barca, you can't play them both together. And nope, they say 38.8 mil. To be fair, we should be able to get it for 38 million. That's 1 mil over the market valuation, and that'll do me just fine. Come on, Barca, 38 mil. Yep, there we go, 38 mil. Absolutely genius piece of business. Fantastic. And it's a 5-year, 81 grand a week deal, which he's just agreed, and the American is in. Once a club have 2 players in the same position that are around the same overall in age, they'll always sell the one that is weaker in terms of the overall rating for a lesser transfer fee. All about staying patient and keeping an eagle eye out. That's what we did there. Dest, welcome. And a bid here for Jesse Lingard. Sporting 5.2 mil. Gotta let him go. Just didn't work out, did it? Didn't work out, worth a go though. But Norrington Davis just accepted a bid from the Dutch club Willem, 2.5 mil negotiated, and he's off to the Netherlands as well. Adios, Jesse. Adios. Even so, 5.2 mil for a player we signed on a free. Might not have worked out, but still, I'll take the cash. And I've just sold George Baldock, backup right back, to Ajax for 12 million as well. In the final year of his contract, wasn't going to get a new deal, so I'm fine letting him go to the Netherlands as well. Been a long time since he was banging him in at the Royal Latin School. Never against me though. But George is off to the Amsterdam Arena, or Johan Cruyff Arena I should say. Farewell George, all the best son. And that bumps our budget up to around 28 million, and that should be enough for one of the 2 right backs I've got on my shortlist. Both young English talents. Max Aarons now moved on to Rio Ave in Portugal, and Tariq Lamptey of Brighton as well. Start with Max, valuation 27.5 million. Okay, we're not getting Max. I'll be careful here now. If Brighton walk out, then I'm screwed because we're about to play the first game of the season. So I'll offer a little bit more than the valuation for Tariq Lamptey, plus a young striker we've got as well. And Graham Potter says no, but 25.5 mil, and that should give us enough for a contract as well. Yep, I'll take that. I've got no other choice, really. And Tariq is in on a 5-year, 31 grand a week deal. I think Max probably would have been a little higher rated with a little more potential. He's bossing it in my QPR save right now, but Lamptey's not a bad B option, if you will. 79 overall and only 22 years old as well. He's absolutely rapid, and a backup right back for Serginho Dest as well. I'll certainly take that. So the team now, the 5-3-2, it's looking incredibly strong. It's got more depth and it's gotten younger as well. Another highly successful window. I love love these freebies, man. I can't get enough of them. On the cusp of becoming a 5-star team, 5th to 7th, which is the final Europa League spot, is a minimum requirement for me this season. Let's simulate to January and see how our new look Blades are getting on. Come on, Sheffield United. Mate, we're bossing this. We've only lost like twice all season long. I think we could be top, you know. I think we could be top. We're not. We're in the top 4. Third place, 44 points in 21 games. And we've got 13 wins in our first 21. That's fantastic. And Lys Mousset, where's he come from? France, I think. 11 goals in 12 games. What a goal-to-game ratio. I suppose the only negative, if you're poking holes, is the lack of growth from our players. Lamptey's grown by 2, but most of our new signings haven't increased in rating at all. Dest, Haidara, Dragowski, Gagliardini, none have increased in rating, although I have seen Bustos has grown to 86 overall with 9 goals in 21. Boadi's now up to 84 overall as well. And I touched on it earlier, briefly, we are now a 5-star team as well. So let's simulate the end of the season and see if we can cling on to a top 4 place. I'll take 5th, but we're in there for now. Let's see if we can get Champions League football next season. I'm not sure. We've dropped a lot of points in the second half of the season, but it's okay. We remain in third place, 75 points, 85 were the winners, Liverpool, 10 points behind, but 3 clear of the Red Devils in 5th, and that means we do get Champions League football next season. Got away with that one though. And my word, the golden boot this year was won by Griezmann. He only had 16 goals all season long. As for the cups, Manchester United won the Carabao Cup, Liverpool won the FA Cup. I'm not sure where we were knocked out though, because I didn't see it in the simulation. We certainly didn't win it, of course, like the board wanted, and we knocked out in the 4th round. Also got through the 3rd round, yeah, knocked out by West Ham. Justin Bilo, 89 overall now. What a signing. So many new signs didn't grow this season, including Dest, but Lamptey is now the same rating, going up by 3 to 82 overall. Yeah, Gagliardini and Haidara didn't grow either. That's disappointing. Haidara didn't grow even 1 rating. Roberts went up by 2, and Bustos now is 88 rated, going up by 5 this year. Boadu now 86 overall as well. We've got an incredible strike duo. That'll do, mate. Come on, let's go. That'll do it then for our 4th season, and I love how this team has progressed as well. And again, not just the new signings, but look at some of the original Blades. Ben Osborne's 83 rated, John Egan 86, Jack O'Connell is an 88 rated centre half as well. Incredible growth from our team this year. Absolutely amazing. And for next season, first in Europe, well, Lazio won the Europa League this season, but Barcelona won the Champions League, and we'll be playing it next season. And with our team as well, I don't see why we couldn't reach the final. Right then, Season 5, bring it on. The 5-star Blades. Can we go for the title next season with this team? I think so. Let's go do it. And the board ain't messing about, baby. They sense it too. Reach the final of the Champions League, win the FA Cup, and top 4 in the Premier League minimum. Big objectives, but the budget, £91 million. Let's get to work, baby. 5-star team. There doesn't seem to be any cause for concern at all, but actually, we do need to sell 2 players this season. Tomori's not developed much on the bench, but also the big boy up top, Marin Boadu, with his deal up come the end of the year. So there will need to be a big change this season. And I know who I'm bringing in to this Sheffield United team first. Oh my word. Barcelona? Man City, nah, he's coming to Brammall Lane, baby. Messi on a free transfer, 37.5 grand a week. 84 rated now. He's declined massively, and to be honest, he's probably only good enough for our bench, but come on, man, I'm not going to pass him up. I can't understand this though. When you look at the physical stats here, technically he's still got it. He's got 91 acceleration, yet only 37 sprint speed, so he gets out of blocks like Usain Bolt, then he starts running like Per Mertesacker. Lundstrom, going to sell him to Wolfsburg. He's now 30 years old, grown really nicely to 82 overall, and couldn't get any more pennies out of the Germans, but I'll take it. Final year of his contract, 30 years old. I'll have the cash. Thanks, John. And I've just negotiated a sale for Fikayo Tomori as well. He just never developed, unfortunately. Only 81 overall now, and for 22.6 mil, he's on his way to Germany as well. He'll join Borussia Dortmund. Yep, farewell, Fikayo. And as the Lundstrom deal has just gone through, I've got a bid here for Ben Osborne from Atletico Madrid for 43.7 mil. He's grown incredibly well in this career mode, but to be honest, final year of his contract, I think I'd rather the cash. 44.4 mil is the deal we agreed with Diego Simeone, and we say adios senor to Ben Osborne. 84 rated, but at 29 years old, final year of his contract, it was best to sell him. Tomori has just been sold to Dortmund as well, 22.6 mil, so 3 big sales there for Fikayo, Ben, and John as well. We have got so much cash to splash now. Ooh, and here's the big one. Manchester United putting in a bid for Boadu. Again, we can't negotiate a new deal as he's transfer listed by request. 150 million. Yes, please, Ed. And I tried to get another 15 mil out of them. Unfortunately, I could only get an extra 5. But Boadu has indeed signed a contract at Old Trafford, and he has gone for £155 million. And our budget now, take a look at this. £304 million. That's pocket change, really. New left back, new centre back, new striker. Let's bring him in. First up, new left wing back to replace Ben Osborne, Bukayo Saka of Arsenal. £60 million transfer fee agreed with Mikel Arteta. 5-year, 70 grand a week deal agreed with the agent. Bukayo Saka, welcome to Brammall Lane. 1 down, 2 to go. New centre back, the big German tank. Nicholas Saul, once of Bayern, now moved on to PSG, 88 rated. Let's bring him in. 71 million valuation transfer deal negotiated with Mauricio Pochettino. 120 grand a week, 4-year contract agreed with the agent. Nicholas Saul, welcome to Brammall Lane. And for the striker, we've already got one amazing Argentine in Bustos. Let's bring in another, Lautaro Martinez. £130 million transfer offer negotiated with Ronald Koeman. 5-year, 300 grand a week contract negotiated with the agent. We got the cash. And Martinez joins Bustos and Messi as sublime Argentine forwards. Lautaro is in 91 overall, 26 years old, and yes, I've still got around 30 mil in the budget, but I'm done. I'm finished for the window. There's nothing else left to do. Unstoppable Sheffield United team, surely the best in the country now. Can it win the Champions League? I'm not too sure, but I'm targeting the title this year. We've got the quality. Let's go do it. Come on. Unreal business. Absolutely unreal. That sale of Boadu for 155 mil. Ben Osborne going for 44.4. Lundstrom for 30 mil as well. And again, the money we spent on bringing in Martinez and Saka and Saul as well, very pricey. But again, they were great value for money deals. Signed them for around the valuation. So let's simulate through to January then and see how we're getting on. Are we top of the table? I believe we can win the title. Come on, Sheffield United. This is the season. Well, we've had some big slip-ups, I must admit. I think we got through our Champions League group, but as for the league, I don't think we're top. And we're not, we're in second place, United are top. Only by a point, but it's incredibly tight as well. 1 point clear of West Ham in third, and 3 clear of Man City in fourth. Anyone's title at the moment. And the reason Ollie's team are top is because of our former striker Boadu leading the way in the race for the Golden Boot. Out of the EFL Cup early to Luton, but I don't mind. Burnley away in the FA Cup third round, and we got Leverkusen in the last 16 in the Champions League after finishing runners-up in our group as well. I'll take that. Bilo, 91 overall. Oh, Saka's decreased a rating and not played much as well. What's happened there? Must have had an injury early on in the season. Saul is up to 89 overall, and Messi, even at the ripe old age of 37, is bossing it. 9 goals in 19 games and still 84 overall. And Martinez, our top scorer this year with 15 in 25 in all competitions. Hasn't grown a rating, but 91 overall is good enough for me, I think. So, yep, amazing growth from our standout players once again, including the original Blades, Jack O'Connell. I know you've noticed it. 90 rated as centre-back as well. Let's simulate to the summer then and see if we have indeed won the title. Got to come through United first. Come on. Oh, yes, get in, come on. Well, we've had some humiliation in the FA Cup and the Champions League. More on that in a moment, but I think we've done it in the Premier League. Because we beat the Red Devils in the first game of the season, in the second half, I think we've done it, and we have indeed by a point. By a point. Get in, the Blades win it by a point. 26 wins in 38. And we've won the Premier League in Season 5. Get in! I think we won 13 out of 18 games in the second half of the season, including against Manchester United. So I felt confident, and it is over. We've done it. In the FA Cup, unfortunately, I said there was humiliation. We were knocked out in the third round even, by Burnley, directly after the Manchester United game. And as for the Champions League, we were knocked out by Leverkusen in the last 16. So that is pretty embarrassing, I'll be honest. Knocked out in the first knockout round of both the Cup and the Champions League as well. But you know what? I don't mind one bit. We set out to win the Premier League in Season 5, and we've done it. And for the team we assembled here as well, absolutely superb. Incredible growth from some players in this team, including the original Blades, Jack O'Connell, 91 overall. John Egan grew to 87 overall as well. I was surprisingly disappointed by some of the young stars that the Blades had in this team. And Padu barely grew. Ryan Brewster ended up 76 overall, I think it is. But for the most part, fantastic growth. Really, really awesome team assembled in such a short space of time. And the freebie, so helpful as well. And Messi as well, that was amazing. Didn't decrease the rating, stayed at 84 overall, and still proved he had it at a ripe old age of 37. You love to see it. What a fantastic season. So that is it then. Challenge successful. In the end, it takes 5 seasons for Sheffield United to become champions of the Premier League. And considering how much growth we saw from this team, particularly in seasons 3 and 4, and not just from the new signings, but the OG Blades as well, I think that's a decent amount of time considering what we were working with. So Sheffield United are Premier League winners with a little help from Leo Messi and his friends. And that will do it for this FIFA 21 challenge. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Had so much fun rebuilding this Blades team, and if you did enjoy the video, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next FIFA 21 challenge very soon.